¿Qué onda, vatos? Thanks again for tuning into yet another video. Infamous coming at you live from the West Coast yet again, San Jose, California. Now, I'm not too sure if you guys can see, I got the LP6 installed, alright? This is my first night riding with the LP6. I know how bright this light is already, alright? I have it on my lowrider wrist. It is extremely bright. I can see, even with my chromed gold visor, I can see perfectly with the visor down. That's how impressive this LP6 is. Alright, so now that we're kind of facing away from the light, you could kind of see how the light sits. It's just, I'm at a, I don't know, I wanted recessed into the fairing, but at the same time you lose the functionality of these lights on the outside. So this gives you that width, that range, that wide light. So I really don't like the way how some other riders have it, where it sits out like, you know, this much. Now, like I said, I have it slightly forward, so I get a little bit of that benefit of that lighting, but you can see on the inside how much it kind of bleeds through, because I just have it recessed. I don't know, you guys let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Do you guys like seeing this light outwards, kind of like a bug-eyed creature, kind of like a chameleon or something like that? Eyes are sticking out. I'm not a huge fan, so I think I settled somewhere in between, a little bit out and a little bit recessed. It's not entirely out. You guys can see from this angle. I think it looks all right. I still don't know. All right, I'm still debating if I want this recessed in, but like I said, I'll lose a lot of the outer or that wide range. So you guys can check it out. I'll go ahead and turn on the high beam. There it is. You guys can also see that my light bar also turned on. So I have that connected through a relay to my high beam. So whenever I turn the high beam on, that the light bar also turns on. So let's go ahead and turn that off. So I had this even with the fairing, but what I noticed, even though it's only like the low beam, man, I'm shining light at the branches, even like right here. I really have to tilt this downward. You can even see it up there on the branches. I have to tilt this downward so I'm not, you know, blinding people. This light is just, it's really, really bright. So we can, like, I'm telling you guys, can you guys see it right there? I don't know if the camera's gonna pick it up, but I'm shining light at those branches. I'm looking for cats, like I'm looking for cats that are trapped up there on the branches with this LP6. So like I said, the light is extremely, extremely bright. Now, I did have the China ones. I had the China lights, the ones made in China off-road. I still have them, but I decided, you know what, I want to be seen on the oncoming traffic. Let me tell you, when I saw a LP6 on a FDR, I believe I saw it last year. Man, I saw that bike coming at me. I saw that light at about, man, I'd say probably a block or two away from me. So oncoming traffic, huge difference when it comes to riding with the LP6. Of course, even in the daytime, this light is just extremely bright. So this is just why I went with another LP6. I have it on my FX3 fairing on my lowrider S. I was very impressed. I was happy with it. And like I said, on the lowrider S, the light is recessed into the fairing. And now with this one, it's just slightly outside of the fairing. Like I said, it's not, I don't think it looks too bad, but I'm not a huge fan of the way it looks when it's completely outside of the fairing. So yeah, like I said, you guys let me know in the comments. There's a lot of folks, like I said, there's a lot of folks with this light where it just sticks out way too much in my opinion, but you're getting the full functionality of the LP6 when it's out there by, you know, I say half an inch to an inch outside of the fairing. But like I said, I'm not a huge fan of it. So right now, like I said, I tilted the light downwards because it was just extremely bright. In my opinion, it just, you know, it's up there. I don't want to blind folks. I can even see it, you know, even with my gold visor. I can see that that my light's hitting oncoming traffic, or just maybe the sedan folks. I'm noticing that people in the sedans are are probably getting blinded, but I'm not entirely sure. It might be that those two LED lights on the outside. It could be that. So just want to show you guys a comparison of the LP6 and the other LED daymaker that I have. Now I test rode, you know, both of them at night. I even had the light bar while I was, you know, showing you the footage of the night riding on the other LED. Let me tell you guys, it is a difference of night and day when it comes to the LP6. So even though it's, you know, $400 and change, $470, I really believe it's still, you know, worth the money. It's like I said, it's just a safety thing of being seen on oncoming traffic. This light will get people's attention during the daytime. I'm telling you, I saw it firsthand, and that's what convinced me on buying the LP6. And then, like I said, after riding with it on my FXRT and seeing the difference between Harley's Daymaker, which is a $500 light, and seeing, you know, what this kind of gives me and provides. Now keep in mind, this light requires a little bit more labor, so it's not an easy plug and play. I mean, you could, I have a video on it on how you could plug and play, make yourself a harness, and, you know, plug it into your OEM. Look at that, I can see those people's faces. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to tilt this light even down more so I'm not blinding people. So like I said, yeah, you could plug it. I have a video on an OEM harness. It's like 12 bucks. You could do it, but when it comes to the high beam, it's not gonna work. I had the high beam on that OEM harness and my security light turned on. So I also got a message from some of the other manufacturers that build the harness, the $200 option, and they were a little bit upset with my video because you know, they were just claiming, hey, this is gonna cause some fires. You know, it's just, I mean, the light demands a lot of power, so you really need a relay, and that's what I have on this bike. I have a relay connected to that LP6, so I'm okay with riding with the high beam all the time. So we have the relay on the light bar, like I said, and then we also have a relay on the LP6. So there's plenty of juice on this thing. We don't have to worry about a check engine light. We don't have to worry about you know, burning or overloading something, especially the ECU. Remember, the ECU is wired throughout your whole bike. If you short circuit something, that's going to be pretty bad. So that's just, you know, I put a lot of disclaimers in my videos. I even mentioned it in my videos. Hey, this is probably something that you could do, but you shouldn't if you're planning to use your high beam. So we can see right here, the high beam, I've already mentioned, it's like a spotlight. All right, we can see. I'm telling you guys, I'm just so impressed. Look at that. Wow. So a big difference. And then on top of that, we also have the light bar connected to the high beam. So you guys let me know in the comments. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get some footage of the fairing with the light during the day tomorrow. But I just wanted to show you guys, you know, it's just the benefits of an LP6 on your Harley Davidson. You know, you're gonna be seen 100%. You're gonna be seen, and depending on how, you know, far out you'll want that light on your fairing, you're gonna get a wider range. You'll be able to see a little bit out to your left and a little bit more to your right, just to kind of, you know, get a heads up. Maybe there's a creature or something coming out from the bushes or something like that. You know, you'll be able to see what's over, you know, a little bit further out to your side. So a lot of benefits with the LP6. Just like I said, it requires a little bit more work. You know, if you're buying the harness from one of the manufacturers, of course that's gonna set you back another $200 and change. And if you're doing your own bracket, then, you know, that's gonna set you back another $160, $200 and change. So I actually have a bracket on here. You guys would have to see my install video, but the bracket itself is like 10 bucks. All right, I'm not entirely happy of how it fits. I believe it sits maybe about I would say it sits about a 1/4 inch too high, and I can't lower it, so we'll just have to see what happens. If I do, you know, just shave down the mount itself by a 1/4 inch, I think I'm going to be a little bit more happy, and that's going to give me the opportunity to move the light a little bit more inside of the fairing. So I don't know, just, you know, I could trim the inside of the fairing as well, the little ring, the headlight ring, I could trim that as well, and that should buy me a little bit more room. But like I said, I can't have the light even with the bike because it's just you know, it's pointing way up too high, even at low beam. So hey, thanks for watching, thanks for tuning in. If you guys want to keep on, you know, just watching the footage, you guys can do so. I'm gonna go ahead and find another spot for me to turn the high beam on where I'm not blinding people. Hey, maybe right here. We could probably do it here, maybe. Like I said, I don't want to blind anybody. Oh, another thing, the light weighs a ton, all right? The light weighs in at about 5 pounds. So if you're, you know, worried about weight, then like I mentioned, you're adding about maybe an extra 3 pounds, and, you know, maybe another 2 pounds to your front end. Hey, just, you know, just something to think of. Maybe you don't like, maybe you already have a lot of weight on your front end. Maybe you have an audio system, maybe you have an FXRT fairing, and a light's gonna, like I said, the light's gonna add another 5 pounds onto your front end. So just something to consider. All right, looks like we are good here for the high beam. Let's go ahead and turn that on, and wow, man, I am impressed. I'm telling you guys, I have my visor down, and man, I can see just fine. Typically without, you know, the LP6, let me go ahead and turn that off. You can see the difference. I can see all the way up into those branches. Look at that, man! I am telling you, this LP6 is amazing. It's, you know, it's well worth the $500. It's well worth the money, in my opinion. Oh, it looks like I need fuel. All right, let's just go ahead and call it a day and let it rip a little bit more. So, oh wow, you could hit the button, lady. That way nobody hits you. Alright, anyways, I gotta get going. I gotta put fuel in this thing. So, guys, stay out there, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video. You guys let me know what you guys think. I'm gonna turn it on right here. Look at that. Look at that difference. Man, this thing is a spotlight. Look at that. I'm turning it off. Wow. Amazing. Well worth the money. You'll be seen with this light. Guaranteed. Stay out there, stay safe. Don't believe everything you read. Life's a risk. Get out there and ride. Later.